Thank you for tuning in and welcome to Errand Unboxing. So, this will be the first of three short videos where I look at the getting started with Warhammer 40,000 products. So I have this, I have First Strike, and I have No Fear. But let's start with this magazine. There's probably a clever way to do this. First things first, it comes with a free miniature. Usually when a magazine claims that it comes with something free, I'm like, no, it's not free. I'm paying for this magazine. But seeing as a single sprue miniature in plastic these days go for an arm and a leg, I'd say it counts as getting something free, as the magazine is actually the price of a White Dwarf, as has been stated by Games Workshop multiple times. Oh, I hope I can get this one off without ruining the cover. Minimum damage so far. That seems like an unnecessary large amount of glue. Anyhow, let's have a look at this guy. Fancy. So, that seems to be the same level of detail as in Dark Imperium. It's push fit, and it comes with a nice sculpted base that I'm probably not gonna use. It would look kind of weird if one of my Inceptors suddenly were walking in Gothic ruins with a ton of chicken bones laying around, while the rest of them are walking on some old shattered concrete thing. So yeah, that's an Interceptor. So with the three that comes in First Strike, I just need one more and I'll have another squad. But I guess if you're brand new and only have like your box set, your Getting Started magazine, and a starter paint set, it's really nice to have a single miniature you can try out your paint scheme on before you paint the ones that belongs in squads. And basically, if you're brand new, then more models is more models, and you need to build a collection. And for open play, I guess you could just throw more and more in there. So, collect, build, paint, play. Stop! Assemble your Space Marine. Cute. There's some presentation of the armies, something about collecting, a battle report, some lore. Ooh, and the core rules are in here, and an article called Readying for War, and of course some miniature showcases. So let's jump quickly over that. Lore. I'm definitely going to read this. Something about the Legions of Chaos, Astra Militarum, all the Elder slapped into one article, or one page spread. Necrons, Orcs and Tau, Tyranids and Genestealer Cults. That seems to be a pretty good walkthrough for new people, I think. Then about where to start, how to build up your army, which is probably not a bad idea to write about either, because, to be honest, back when I first started, I just bought miniatures that I thought looked cool, and then when I went to play with my friends, I got my butt kicked because I didn't have any idea about unit synergy and stuff like that. Or what I needed to build a legal army for that matter. So an example of a Ultramarine army building up slowly. I kind of wish they would have added a Dreadnought in there to say the Getting Started box is actually valid when you're building your army, but, well, not that important, I guess. And we get some... that's an... Oh, Nurgle Demon Prince just made from the regular Demon Prince kit. Nice. And... yeah, they ally in the demons. That's a good idea to show off. Especially because, again, we actually have a start collecting box right there. Except the leader guy is not present, but... And the new tank that so many people are crying about because they think it's ugly. I can't wait to get my hands on it, to be honest. I think it looks... It fits my vision of the Dusk Raiders, or Death Guard, and their way of just withstanding punishment while slowly and surely progressing towards the enemy. And if you want to play Elder, you definitely want everything called Wraith and jetpacks, it seems. Yeah. Well, there is some truth to that. It also seems that they've chosen to show off some color schemes that are not too far away for people to actually achieve, which is pretty cool. They could have shown off stuff that were impossible for mere mortals to do. Something about the different types of playing. Battle for the bunker. Battle report. Primaris versus Nurgle, obviously. Playing with the armies they showed us earlier. Going very precisely. Showing off what's going on and where and when and why. That's cool, I think. That'll be a good read. And then, of course, no fear. Want bigger battles? Buy your starter set today. But shouldn't they have... buy yours today, first strike, then when you're reading, want bigger battles. I'm really looking forward to see these gaming mats, because if this is 2x4, I haven't been able to find anywhere where it says exactly what it is. Then I can combine one of these and two of the first strike mats to make a 4x4 for my 4x4 table. Just glue it permanently on there, and then it could be under the gaming mats most of the time, but would be a nice surface. They're getting started, easy to assemble, guys, and painted. I really like they chose Ultramarines to be the poster boys again, especially with the other build, paint, play stuff that came out in blue plastic, with Landspeeder and Biker and a bunch of other stuff. So I think that would make it will make it way more realistic for people to actually get into it and get started. And it's okay that it's not versus the Orcs, because that just means now there are 3 factions where you can get colored plastic, easy to get into the game stuff. There we have the start collectings. Those will definitely be what I tell people to get if they want to get started. Just because it's, when you get it from a discount store, it's just an insanely good deal. And at least for the armies, I know somewhat. It seems to be some pretty sweet deals. I mean, the Elder thing is just it's just all 4 jet bikes and what's it called? The scary thingy transport that I don't like. That seems like a pretty decent deal. Tyranids, 3 Tyranid warriors, a Brute Lord, what's it called, and a bunch of gargoyles. Makes good sense. No, anyway. Nice big full page image. Allying the classic Gilliman with the talents of the Emperor and Ultramarines allied. Eternities of War, Warzone Ultramar, a bit of the current lore, it seems. Warzone Cadia. Also giving people some ideas of where to put the narrative. Warzone Armageddon. Nice. I like that. Like that they mention it. So yeah, just a miniature showcase. That's pretty nice. So some painting miniature videos, articles, showing off, of course, Citadel products all over the place. But well, I would be quite confused if they didn't. And to be honest, especially for beginners, getting Citadel paints makes perfect sense. I mean, as much as we hate the pods, it's easy to get a controlled amount of paint out of them, and finding the paints you need for the Citadel unit you're painting is really easy, and things just go together well. So for beginners, it makes really good sense, I think. And yeah, like the whole put on a base paint, shade it, dry brush it, or layer it, or both. And a mention of Warhammer TV, also a really good idea to get people over to Duncan's videos. Something about brushes, something about priming. Oh, and an actual how you paint that ultramarine we just gave you. No, it's not him. This one is on a regular base. But anyway, following step by step ultramarine painting it. And unlike some of the older paint set guides, it actually goes on to make the model look decent. Remember the Dark Angel paint set that was that came out for 6th edition? If you just followed the guide there, you got some horrible looking Dark Angels. I mean, like really flat and boring. They actually go all the way with this one, it seems. That's nice. I still want to try these gemstone paints. Haven't got around to picking the up yet. Don't paint too many gemstones, but they look fun. What next? And then actually some in-depth on the technical paints. That's nice. Paint schemes for yeah, some quick paint schemes for the Ultramarines, just to make them tabletop ready, and for the Death Guard minis too. Nice. And then they take the same models to the next level, it seems. Nice. Another Gilliman page spread. They really want to sell some Gilliman models. Readying for war. Data sheets. That's actually really clever too, because as far as I know, all the new boxes, the small boxes and stuff, comes with data sheets in them. So explaining what and why is probably a good idea. The core rules. The core rules set up in a nice reader-friendly version. That's nice. I'm really happy about that, actually. Again, when introducing new people and stuff, handing them a magazine and say, hey, here is the law and the rules, and go take a dump, and when you return you'll know everything you need to know. And finally a mission. And some more pictures. That is a really good value magazine, I'd say. Of course, it's also very much a commercial product, but since one of the things we've been, as fans, been complaining about for years is how hard it was to access the hobby, I think they're really doing some clever stuff now. This one is cool. The fact that there are so many boxes that go together. I mean, me and my wife are gonna play Dark Angels and Death Guard, and we can pick up all these new boxes and build up armies and start to play, and when friends come over they can bring their armies, and then we're pretty much good to go. I really like that. So yeah, that was a flip through of the Getting Started with Warhammer 40,000 magazine. I hope you found it at least somewhat informative, and I take it you've been sitting and painting while we've been looking at this, so I hope it's going well and turns out as you planned it. And tune in for the next episode where we're looking at First Strike. So till then, take care and bye bye.
I'd jump right in that volcano if I wasn't so good at whistling.